Hello students, this is Pratibha, proprietor of Chalukya Academy once again. So here we will continue the session where we will see the illustration based on the ITC. So let's recap the formula for calculating the net GST payable or income tax credit. That is equal to output tax minus input tax, and we know that output tax is what? Tax on the selling price, and input tax is what? Tax on the cost price. So we can use the second formula, that tax on selling price minus tax on cost price. The third formula which you can use, that is tax on the profit. So input tax, what do you mean by input tax? Tax on purchase. Output tax is what? Tax on sale. Now next, that is, if input tax is smaller than the output tax, then the net tax paid to the government is equal to output tax minus input tax. If input tax greater than the output tax, then net tax paid to the government is 0. That is, no need to pay any tax to the government. This first example we are already done in the last session. So let's start with the second example. Again I repeat that these examples I have taken from the Concise Textbook. So let's start with the second one. Consultancy services worth rupees 50,000 are transferred from Delhi to Kolkata at the rate of GST 18%, and then from Kolkata to Nainital with profit rupees 20,000 at the same rate of GST. Find the output tax at Delhi, Kolkata and Nainital. So dear students, now here you have to find out the output tax. Now you know what is the output tax? Tax on the selling price. Okay, so we have to only concentrate on the tax on the selling price. So here again I have made the flow chart. So here you can see there are total 2 transactions, that is from Delhi to Kolkata, this is first transaction, and Kolkata to Nainital, this is the second transaction. Both the transactions are done in 2 different states. Okay, so definitely here we will apply IGST, that is 18%. So output tax at Delhi. So now let's find out the output tax at Delhi. So when I have to find out the output tax at Delhi, we will concentrate only over the transaction done at Delhi. So output tax means we have to find out the tax on the selling price. So tax on the selling price, here you have to mention that all transactions are interstate. So tax on selling price at Delhi is 18% of 50,000, that is 9,000 you have to pay at Delhi. Next is Kolkata. So let's concentrate only at Kolkata. Again we have to pay output tax, so we have to concentrate only on the selling price, that is 18% of 70,000, that is you have to give 12,600. Okay, next is output tax at Nainital. As we know that Nainital, the dealer at Nainital is end user, that means he can be a customer, he is not reselling the product, so definitely there is no sale price is given over here, and we know that output tax means what? Tax on the selling price, and here no selling price, so output tax at Nainital is 0 as he is a end user. So dear students, you need to follow all these steps. You have to mention whether the transaction is interstate or intrastate, and you have to write the steps accordingly. Now let's start with the third example. For a dealer A, the list price of an article, list price means what? Marked price, is rupees 9,000, which he sells to dealer B at some lower price. That means here he is facing or he is having a loss. Further, dealer B sells the same article to a customer at its list price. If the rate of GST is 18% and dealer B paid a tax under GST equal to 324, so here we have been given here GST, that is 324, and GST percentage is 18%, and we have to find out the amount including of GST paid by dealer B. Okay, so here they have not mentioned the states, so it is understood that all the transactions are done within the state, that means this is intra-state transaction. Okay, so again here more than one transaction, that is one from A to B, and the second is B to customer, so this is the end user. Okay, so we have to find out what we need to find out, the amount of GST or amount including GST paid by dealer B. So we have to concentrate over here, dealer B. Okay. Now in this case, the mark price at dealer A is 9,000. He has reduced the price. So let's assume that the reduction in price is rupees X. So selling price is 9,000 minus X. Now here we have to find out the amount inclusive of GST paid by dealer B. So let's concentrate over here. Okay. So net GST what the dealer B paid is rupees 324. What is the formula for net GST paid? Output tax minus input tax. Okay. So for output tax we have to concentrate selling price, and for input tax we have to concentrate on cost price. So 18%. So here what is the selling price? Selling price is 9,000, and here the cost price is 9,000 minus X. So when you open the bracket, we will get the equation like this. Okay, so here 18% of 9,000 will get cancelled by 18,000 of 9%, and what is left here? 324, that is the net tax paid by the dealer B. 324 is equal to 18% of rupees X. So we will take 18% to the other side, so it will go to the denominator, and we will get here rupees X is 1,800. Okay, so reduction in price is rupees 1,800. So now here we will find out the cost price of dealer B, that is 9,000, that is the list price, minus reduction in price, that is 7,200. So this is the reduced price, which is nothing but what? The cost price of B. Now amount paid by the dealer B. Okay, so amount paid by the dealer B is always what? The cost price, CGST, SGST, because it is intrastate. So dear students, you need to mention over here. So cost price is 7,200. Now CGST, IGST, so given GST is divided equally into 9%. So here we got the CGST and SGST is rupees 648. So total amount paid by the dealer B is 8,496. So this is the way you have to solve the problem. So if you make the flow chart, it is easy to understand the kind of transaction and where you need to concentrate. Okay, let's start with the fourth example. The market price of an article is rupees 6,000. A wholesaler sells it to a dealer at 20% discount. The dealer further sells the article to a customer at a discount of 10% on the marked price. If the rate of GST at each stage is 18%, find the amount of tax under GST paid by the dealer to the government. Okay, so now here again we have two transactions. One transaction is between wholesaler and dealer, and the second transaction is between dealer and customer. Okay, so first concentrate on wholesaler. The market price of wholesaler of the article is 6,000. He is giving 20% discount on his market price, that is 1,200. So his selling price will be 4,800. Okay, so the selling price of the wholesaler will be the cost price of the dealer, that is 4,800. Dealer is again selling the article to the customer by giving him 10% discount. Now 10% discount is on the mark price, that is 10% on the 6,000. So here we get the discount in rupees, that is 600. Okay, so 6,000 minus 600 will be 5,400. Okay, so for dealer his cost price is 4,800 and selling price is 5,400, and for the customer the cost price is 5,400. So this is all the transaction done in this example. So what they asked to find out the amount of tax under GST paid by the dealer to the government. So we know that a net GST or net tax payable is equal to what? Output tax minus input tax. Now what do you mean by output tax? Output tax is the tax on the selling price, and input tax is what? Tax on the cost price. So selling price of dealer is 5,400, so we are taking 18% of 5,400. Cost price of dealer is 4,800, so 18% of 4,800. So here we get 972 and 864. Okay, so here we get the net GST paid by dealer is 108. Okay, this is the first method by which we can find out the net GST paid by the dealer. The second way you can find out by finding out the profit. So what will be the profit? Sale price minus cost price, that will be the rupees 600. So we can straight away find out the GST paid on the profit, that is 18% of 600, that is 108. So by any method you can find out the GST, net GST paid by the dealer. So both the methods are you can use for the board exam. Okay, so this is all about the example. Now next numerical is, for a trader, marked price of a refrigerator is rupees 15,680 exclusive of GST. That means GST is not included here. What is the GST here? 12%. Gagan, a customer for this refrigerator, asked the trader to reduce the price of the refrigerator to such an extent that its reduced price plus GST is equal to the marked price of the refrigerator. Find the required reduction. So we have to find out the required reduction. Now let the required reduction will be y. Okay, so instead of x we are taking y here. Okay, so the reduction required reduction is y. His marked price is 15,680. So trader is selling refrigerator to Gagan by reducing the price. That means the selling price of trader is 15,680 minus y. So that will be the cost price. Okay, so what he wants that his cost price should equal to the reduced price plus GST applicable. So this is cost price will be the reduced price, that is 15,680 minus x plus GST paid by him, that is applicable is 12% of his cost price. Okay, so now let's see here. So reduced price plus GST is equal to the marked price of the refrigerator, what the trader is selling the refrigerator to the Gagan. Now here the reduced price is how much? 15,680 minus y. GST which is applicable on it should be equal to the marked price. Okay, so this is the selling price 15,680 minus y, and we know that GST is always applicable on the selling price, so 12% is applicable. That should be equal to the market price, that is 15,680. Okay, so when you open the bracket we will get the equation like this: 15,680 minus y plus 12,000 into 15,680 minus 12% of y is equal to 15,680. So you can see here 15,680 will be cancelled here because they are on the opposite side and with the same value. So what is left here? Now we can take minus y and minus 12% of y to the other side. So we can come to this equation, that is 1,881 rupees 60 paise is equal to y plus 0.12 y. So here we get 1,881 rupees 60 paise is equal to 1.12 y. So final calculation we get here, the reduction in the price is rupees 1,680. So dear student, what we need to find out here, the required reduction, which we have done here. So this is our final answer, that is the reduction given by the trader to the Gagan, so that his total cost will be the sum of reduced price and GST paid by him. Thank you.